Hello, everybody. This is Walid Ashimari. Today, I will explain my way of subnetting. So, first of all, I will assume that you guys all memorize this subnetting card because if you do, the work will be way easier for you. First step to subnet for this network here is to write the IP address down. So that will be 0. Okay. Second step is to look for the highest total host needed, which is in our case is the 2,805 hosts. Then we will go to this here and we will look for the number that can be used to get the total of hosts needed. We know that 2,000 host is not enough since we need 2,800 at least. Okay, and we can go to the 4,000. We will, so to get the subnet mask, we will go 32 minus 12 will give us the subnet mask, which is in 20. So with the 20 right now, we will get 4,096 host. And now with a /20, we will be escalating 16 in the third octet. So our next network will be .16.0 17, oh, not 17, sorry. Will be 32 48 64. So this will be subnet 0. This will be subnet 1. That will be subnet 2. That will be sub 3. And that will be 4. Okay. Then let's take a look here for this network. We know that branch E wants the first subnet, which is this one here. Let's write B here. HQ wants the third. Second, we'll go for A. So, but as you can see here, we don't know what subnet are these network IPs. To find out that, we will go here for B first, maybe. Let's try B first. Yep. We see here that branch B wants a subnet mask that fits a 610 hosts. And we can go to our list here. We know 500 is not enough, so we will get 1,000 hosts. We can do that by 32 minus 10 is 22. So we know branch B is a 22/22. And branch A wants the 910 hosts. And we know that will fit here, so 22 again. That will be branch A. HQ, we did that earlier, but let's do it again. Wants 2,805 hosts. That will be here. So now we will take this IB, this IB, and this IB. So we're not gonna use the fourth subnet and the subnet 0. So let me put them away for a moment. Yep. And now can put this one here. And okay. What we want right now, yeah, this is the network IB. This is network IB. We want to get the first usable, last usable IB, broadcast, and subnet mask. And to do that, this is very easy. When we add 1 to this IB, we will get the first usable. So that will be 32. Last, to get the last, we need to do one more process. So we know that our network is /22. And we go to the card here. We see the third octet. We need to add 4. So we need to find the network IB address of our next network. And that will be, this is the third octet. Adding 4 will give us so this is our next network IB. When we do -1, or subtract 1, we will get the broadcast IB. That will be and when we subtract 1 here, we will get our last usable IB. We don't need this anymore. Okay, so we only need to find out the subnet mask. Our network is a /22, and here to look at the subnet card, we know that third octet is 252. After that will be 0, and that will be 255, 255, and that will be the subnet mask. So that will be 255, 255, 252.0. We'll get some space for this one, yeah. So let's do the HQ. We know that our network IB is /20. To get the first, we add 1 to this IB. So that will be so we want last broadcast subnet mask. So to find these two here, we need to find the next network IP, and to do that, we will go to the subnet card, and that's why I told you it's too important to memorize this card. So that we will add 16 to the third octet to find out the next network IP. That will be, this is my third octet here. Adding 16 to this will give us 48, 16, that will be 64. So that will be and subtracting 1 will give us 10, 79, 63, 255. Subtracting 1 will give us our last usable IP, which is 254. We delete this, we don't want it anymore. Okay, and to find out the subnet mask, it's /20. So we will go /20. It is 240, and the third octet after that will be 0. Before that will be 255. So that will means 255, 255, third octet 240. That will be 0. We have one more network to go. We know that our network, okay, yep. First, let's get done with the easiest part. 79, 16, adding 1 will give us the first usable. Right now, let's find the next network IP. We know that our network is 22. Adding a 20, so 22 adding 4 to the third octet will give us 10, 79, 20, 0. Subtracting 1 will give us the broadcast, which is 19,255. Subtracting 1 from this will give us our last usable IP. And our subnet mask will be, since it's a 22, will be third octet 252. After that will be zeros. Before that will be 255. So that will be 255, 255, 252, 0. And right now, let's go to the generator to check out our answers. So we said here a branch B will be 10.79.16 slash okay. So we said branch B will be 10.79.16.0/22. Yep, that's correct. HQ we said that will be 10.79.48.0/20. Yep, correct. So we said branch A will be 10.79.32.0. slash 22. Yep, correct. So now we can go to the next step. So as you can see here, I labeled this network based on the subnetting that we did earlier. I gave the first usable IB to the hosts and the last usable IB of every network to the default gateway, which is the FA0/0 interface on the router, and the 253 for the switches. So let's go right now and start configure. We'll start with the PCs. Let's give them the IB. Yeah, 2961. Oh, no, 16. Sorry. 255, 255, 252. And the default gateway, we said it's the FA0/0 IB, which is 54. And by the way, all hosts on this network needs to know, or any other network needs to know the default gateway, including the switch. So, yep, let's do that for the switch too. Let's first give it an IB. And trace VLAN 1, IP address. Its IP address is 253, 255, 252. I remember we need to give it the default gateway. And that's it with the switch. Let's go and configure the router. So I think right now all hosts on this network can communicate between each other. So let's try it. Yep, this PC can ping the router. So I will go ahead and repeat the same process that I did here on this branch and this branch too. Again, the default gateway is this interface's IP address. Give this a switch and IB and tell it what the default gateway is. Interface VLAN 1 IB address 6253. IB default gateway. So for this network, it's this. That's it with a switch. Let's go to the router. Yep, successful. One more branch. This IB here is the default gateway. We will do a switch here. Give an IP address for the VLAN one. Again, it doesn't need to be 253 or 254 here or first here. Like in real world, you can choose any IB here and any IB here, like as long it's in this range. But I think this is the preferred method for the exam or this class. I was about to forget about the default gateway here for the switch. Okay. Yep. So right now we can see that all hosts on these three branches can ping the router, but right now we want them to ping other hosts in other branches. To do that, we need to configure these links here and do the IP routing commands. So let's start with this router here. First, we need to give an interface for this router here, the FA0/1, and this interface for this router, this interface, and this interface. Interface F01, IP address. No shutdown. Remember always to use no shutdown because interfaces are in a shutdown by default. So we need to change it to up. So when you issue the no shutdown command here and here, you will see a green light here and here. We will give an IB for this interface of this router. One IP address. And one more interface. Okay. Right now we only need to do the IP routing command, and that will be everything we need. So let's start with the branch B. So to do that, we will do IP route. That's called default route. So 000 for the IP address part and 0.0.0.0 for the subnet mask part. And okay, that basically tells this router if you want to reach any other network outside, just send your traffic through this interface. And there is another way to do this command. I will show you how to do it. But for now, you can go ahead and copy this command since yep. So yeah, I will go ahead and Same command that we did on the other side, because they are both using FA01 to go out. So, yep. But the other way to do this is by doing IB route, is to give the IB address of the destination IB interface IB. So, for example, it will be this. So that tells this router, if you want to go outside, send your traffic to this interface of this router, and this router will take care of the routing process. But this and this do the same job for now. With the middle one, it's a bit different because the middle one has two links going out. So we cannot do the default route command for this one. We need to specify the destination. We will do that by IB route okay. So yep. So that's the everything in this network is included in this IB address because it's the network IB address. And to that's this command tells this router, if you want to go to this network, use this interface here. We will do another command for this network. So yep, it's the same thing, but this command tells this router, if you want to go to this network, send the traffic through this interface, FA0/1. Right now, everything is completed. Let's go right now and test our work. We can do that by ping. I will ping this PC from this PC. It takes time. Let's do it again. Yep. Here's it. Successfully pinging this PC. So let's try to ping this PC and see. Yep. Here's it. So I think that's it for this exam. Thank you for watching and goodbye.